welcome to the Straight from the Heart show. I'm Utam Almaraz. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Listen, guys, today we're going to be straight from the heart. It's going to be disrupted by the comfort killer. The comfort killer is no other than Stacy A. Cross without the E. Remember that, guys, it's without the E in the name. My friend, my sister, my boy, as I call her, is an entrepreneur, an author, a personal development coach. She's also a web designer. And on top of that, she's a leader for a global airline. Guys, let's give her a big welcome from the UK and from the rest of the world. Welcome, Stacy.
Oh, man, Utam, thank you so much for the intro as well as having me on your show. It's a pleasure.
Just anytime I'll have you on this show. The people don't know about you, and the energy is just going to be off the scale today because look, she's ready. Look, she's ready to go.
I'm raising the table, man, raising the stakes, man.
Let's get cracking straight away. What do you say to the people that are sitting comfortably right now?
Get the hell up, man. What are you doing? You're out of control. Yeah, people are out of control. If you're comfortable, there's a lot of things external of us that makes us comfortable. Tradition makes us comfortable. The TV makes us, Netflix makes us comfortable. Social media makes us comfortable. And you're out of control. Understanding that you put everything there that you want. You're living a comfortable lifestyle because you believe that that's what you could do. But I'm here to tell you, get the hell up off the couch, man. It's time to get uncomfortable. And I am Stacy A. Cross.
Oh, let's get ready to rumble. What brought you into this journey of personal development?
It's been a long road. When I put a time on it, I realized that there is no time. I planted seeds so long ago. Always interested in learning more about me, my brain, my body, my muscles, learning how to do things more efficiently. But then you got these external factors like family, work, you got to be up, you got bad relationships, you don't have any money. And for me, my downfall in my life was being addicted to gambling. I was addicted to gambling for 9 years. My first sight of the casino was when I was 14 years old. As you know, it's a cycle, right? My mom, my dad, my family was in the casino. I saw the lights. I thought, man, this is magnificent. And of course, that led to casual gambling and then just total addiction, depression, being a zombie, just unfocused and not following my dreams. So I went to a seminar because I said, you know what, I got to fill my book up with different tasks. I cannot go to the casino again. It was at my lowest point. I lost the rent for the 14th time. I lost my car note, lost the gas bill, lost food money, lost everything, right? So now you want to change when you hit rock bottom. But the deal is, I didn't know it then, but the rock bottom, real rock bottom is being 6 feet under. I didn't know. I knew that I woke up and I had a new chance. So I went to a seminar. And in this free seminar, the speaker said something so like bottom barrel motivation. It was like, hey guys, you got to believe in yourself. Everyone cheered at that. It was like, believe in yourself. Are you kidding me? This is what I came here for. So I walked out the seminar and said, you know what? No one's going to be able to motivate me if I don't motivate myself. So the first thing I did was crack open these books back, crack open my personal development, crack open self-improvement, and I went to work on myself from within.
Wow. And how difficult was it to deal with that addiction? Because I've worked in the gambling industry. I've seen grown men cry to me with the money. How do I go to my wife?
Yeah.
Men sell properties. There were Turkish people, they were selling properties in their country to jump on the roulette machine. And I saw the addiction. I was addicted myself. I was addicted to weed, cigarettes, and I go back to the weed. I smoke my last joint. It'll be, I'm giving it up now. I'm giving it up, and I try it all day. And then at the end of the night, I'll be, I'm going to go and get myself another piece of weed. How did you get out of that horrible cycle?
Yeah, once other people started noting it, when you try to, those are the type of things you keep a secret, right? Like, no one wants to say I'm addicted to gambling. So when you start going alone and you smell and you got hoodies on and you don't want to be seen and you don't know how to talk or communicate or can't even look in someone's eyes, you start saying, man, what am I doing? So these questions started coming up in my head. What am I doing? Am I really addicted? So, my partner, Siobhan, man, the greatest supporter of ever. Siobhan is actually my business partner and chief operations manager over at the Comfort Killers now. But she brought it to me, Utam. She said, hey, you need to go to a meeting. And you can't hide that the rent's not paid, right? You can't hide that the car note's not paid. You can't hide that you're depressed and you're sleeping all day. Something is up. Right? So I had to confront it. And what I noted was I didn't want to go about it the traditional way. I didn't want to go to a Gamblers Anonymous meeting because honestly, I didn't want to go because I was afraid. I was in shame. I still didn't want to say that I was addicted to gambling. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to redirect the energy of gambling, which is I'm there all night. I'm there all hours of the day. I am full of energy. I always, sitting in front of the slot machine. You know what? I'm going to use that time and do something else. So that was the first thing I said. How am I going to use this time to do something else? Because obviously I have plenty of time. The second thing is I was clever in getting money, right? The schemes, the scandals, the scams, the lying, so the manipulation. So I used that cleverness and creativity, but instead of using it for something destructive, I used it for something constructive. Now I want to be clever in business. Okay, so I use that energy around, hey man, I spoke to people I didn't even want to talk to. You want to talk about cold calling? You want to talk about cold calling a family and friend that you never spoke to before just to lie about something that you're going to need to get the money? Now I'm going to cold call in business. Hey, this is the thing that I have going on. How would you like to be a part of it? But really, honestly though, Utam, and that's why I spend and invest a lot of time in helping others right now. I'm in 2 support groups that I'm helping others reach that peak and state where they're like, you know what, it's time to do it. So I developed a program. I said, I'm going to use this program. It's called 3 C's of Change. First, I had to confront the issue. I am an addict. I am addicted. I confronted it. I confronted the money lost. I went in my account, checked out all the overdraft fees. I saw it because that looks insane. When you look at your account, it just starts getting real. So I saw all the money depleted. I heard a lot of people. I started calling them. Hey, I needed that money and this is what I've done with it. So I confronted first. Then I committed. The other C, the second C is commitment. Now I committed to do the opposite of what I've done, right? Because if the lights are off, baby, then they're not on. So if I'm not at the casino, I must be doing something else. If I'm not manipulating someone, I'm going to do something else. The opposite of manipulation, baby. The opposite of being at the casino.
Hey, Stacy, we lost you there for a minute.
I'm here. I'm sorry about that. But as I started doing more constructive things, the destructive things just faded away. So I didn't get rid of addiction. I just changed the energy of addiction into something positive.
Wow, that's so amazing. The 3 C's. Because the reason I've asked you about this because most people don't know how to get out of that dirt hole. I'll call any addiction, whether you're addicted to drugs, whether it's porn, whether it's an addiction. Coffee is an addiction. Sugar is an addiction. It's stuff with sugar.
Yep.
As children. But I commend you for coming out of addiction because my dad was a gambling addict. He was a heroin addict.
Yeah.
And I've seen it throughout my family and relatives, the addiction to gambling. I've seen houses being lost. I've seen my granddad, he owned practically half of the capital of an island where all his children ended up losing it all.
Wow.
There's only probably just about a third of it, not even that if you're lucky, So that's why I wanted to reach that. So when you started the personal development, what was the first book, would you say, that really changed your life?
Well, like I said, you don't start personal development, you just pick back up where you left off. So I've read Think and Grow Rich years ago. In 2008 was the first time I picked that book up, but it didn't mean nothing, right? I met these things at the time when I was ready. So I just went back and picked up where I left off. The book that I kept listening to, and I love audiobooks because I'm big on meditation and guided meditation and things going in my subconscious. So I started getting a lot of these audiobooks. And the one that really, really meant something to me was The Success Principles by Jack Canfield. And that book just blew it out for me because, number one, I was huge spirituality at the time when I'm trying to change this whole energy about myself. So it was the book that met with spirituality and practicality of success and kind of folded them together. So it spoke to me. So I read that about 100 times from back and forth from Jersey on my drives. I would just play that audio book and it was just so crazy. That's all I would listen to. And then, so the Success Principles by Jack Canfield. And then I got into the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. And I listened to that one probably 100 times. And I didn't even know who he was. I didn't know how he looked. I just had it, one of those things where you just start plugging, downloading illegally. I got it illegally off of Pirate Bay. No, hey, listen, don't judge me, but that's where I was at that time. And I got it, and I didn't know how this guy looked, but I was like, what is he saying? I'm so attracted to it. And so those are the two books that really elevated my whole experience to become more successful. But it didn't happen the first time I listened, didn't happen the second time, didn't happen the third time. But what was happening inside was that seeds were being planted even without my permission. So that's why I love listening to audiobooks.
Wow, get the seeds planted, guys. Get those audiobooks, whether it's legal, whether
yeah.
it's what you got to do with what you've got.
Yes.
We're not there to judge anybody because I've done it. We've all done it. I've been in the days where I used to buy illegal movies.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's all part of the growth. When you come out the other side, it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you a better person. It's going to make you a bigger person.
You know what's funny? Sorry for cutting you, but it's funny you said come out from the other side because Utam, I'm buying books for $40 now, right? $50 books. Siobhan just said to me, damn, when since you started buying $50 books? I was like, yo, when since I'm leveling up, man. Because yes, you're right. When you come out of the other side, I bought all books now. Everything is buying. But look what I had to use before. I just downloaded it. But now I'm paying back. I've bought the same books that I've downloaded illegally just because I'm on a different appreciation for the people that put their time and effort in it.
As we're talking about appreciation, how important is being appreciative and being grateful for what you've got?
I learned it very early. Again, when I thought that I was rock bottom, Utam, it clearly was the truth to me that I wasn't. Every time I started looking and asking questions with everyone else, they were worse off than I was. And I'm talking about I was 9 years gambling. Some of them didn't have any legs. Some of them were still in comas. Some of them, died in the battlefield. So 6 feet under is the rock bottom. And until you are dead, you are not done. And that's where the level of appreciation came for me. So when I wake up now, it's not that I wake up, I jump up and I burst up because I appreciate life. And that's what it boils down to. I appreciate everything around me because it's here for a reason. But my life is so golden and really invaluable. Right? I cannot put a price tag on anything because when I open my eyes, everything that's in my universe that I see, this computer, this thing is here. It's life. So anytime I wake up and every time I wake up, keep journals with me. And I got so many journals because, I write down my appreciation and it's the people, it's my surroundings, even the bad times. I write down that I was addicted to gambling and I appreciate that. People tend to go look right to the positive and the successes. No, without that gambling addiction, I wouldn't be here right now to help other people get out of addiction, to help other people grow and get uncomfortable. So I love the failures that I have in my life. So, and I appreciate everything.
There you go, guys. This is why I love Stacy, because she's very much like me. We don't just talk about the glory days. We don't
Mm,
talk about the gold. We don't talk about the diamonds. We talk about the dirt, the
mm.
nitty-gritty. We talk about when we were down. But one thing that she mentioned right now, when I coach, when I'm in personal development seminars, people always ask me, what's your morning rituals? What's your morning rituals?
Yeah.
Listen, my morning ritual is not the same for you, because what for me would not apply to you. But one thing I will say, what Stacy just said, get up, jump out of that bed, because this
Yep.
is what I do in the morning. I jump out of bed and be thankful for getting up, because on Monday, my sister's father-in-law, who was 100 years old, didn't get up. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
100 years, great man. But many people are not getting those chances. Children as young as 6 months, they haven't even seen 1 year old. Getting that opportunity, this is the first morning ritual that you have to do. The first foot touches, say thank. And the second foot is you. Thank you. And
Yes.
thank you, Stacy, for telling us that. So now let's talk about some of your mentors.
Yes.
So who's been your mentors to get you from where you were to where your journey is right now?
Yeah, so they're right here with me if you want to meet them. All right, so this is one right here. This is another one. You know, I got a lot of mentors, right? But here's the deal, because a lot of people would be like, you know, I need to find a mentor. I realized quickly that when I open this book, and it's written by Grant Cardone, Be Obsessed or Be Average, I open this book, Grant pops out. His consciousness pops out. The way he was in the state when he was writing it pops out. Everything about the man pops out. And now I'm fueled with his energy while reading it. So the easiest way to get a mentor, and I've learned this very quickly, is to get a book. And I got tons of books. So that means I got tons of mentors. I learn, I take what I need and I throw away the rest, right? So that's my mentors in the book sense. As far as the physical sense, and this is so funny because I'm one of the types that just never had any physical. I didn't have that uncle to ask a question. My mom and pops, they're still living in traditional with the tradition, with the cycle of just, hey, let me work. They don't know nothing about this, right? I couldn't go to them and say, how do you feel about this with personal development? They just didn't know, and I don't blame them, right? It's just what tradition made. So I didn't have that family outlet to go to that understands this portion of it, that understands the mind cycle of it and how to break it. So I just invested in tons of mentors, and mentors are cheap because I only got this one for $25.
Love it, love it, love it. Because this is what I say to people. Oh, how do I get to Tony Robbins? How do I get to Bob Proctor? Like, one of my first mentors is Bob Proctor. And when I tell people, oh, wow, was he your personal mentor? Yes, he was. How much did you pay for him? Free. Free. No. How? Do you know somebody that knows him? Yeah. YouTube, man. YouTube knows him. There's books by him.
Yep.
And you don't need to physically pay $10,000 for you to be getting those mentorship. And when you start thinking that way, you're thinking lack of. You've got a whole network. We're in the information age, people. Everything that you need is right there in front of you to one click. Look at it. Stacy's in Philadelphia. I'm in London, UK. We're talking. It's daytime. It's 12 o'clock over there. It's 5 o'clock over here. It's dark outside. But we're talking.
Yes.
We connected through social media.
Yeah.
We met each other. She's interviewed me. I've interviewed her.
Yep.
Guys, no excuses, because the comfort killers will come with the shotguns and kill you.
Boom.
Boom. There you go. So now we're going to switch it up a bit. So it's only been nearly a year you've been doing your thing, and you managed to get to the man himself, Uncle GC. For the people who don't know Uncle GC, we've been talking about him, Grant Cardone.
Yes.
So how did you get to the man himself?
Well, I wasn't even looking to get to him. I think when activity is sprinkled on a daily basis and action, it goes all in hand in hand with, remember, I listened to the 10X rule over 50 to almost 100 times. There was something happening with listening to that book that I couldn't even tell what was happening. And I loved it and applied the very principles, right? Just go all in and go all the way every day, consistent actions. And that's what I've done. On February 14th, I walked out of that seminar that we spoke about, and I came home, I Googled 3 words, the comfort killers. What came up was serial killers, right? Serial killer. I was like, man, this is negative as hell. But I know comfort is a negative ass word, and then killers should be a negative word. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get the first number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like freaking KRS-One. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on Google search page, but I'm going to have it with a positive twist. It's going to be personal development. It's going to be self-improvement. So really, that's all I did. And I plugged in articles on a daily basis. I plugged in a routine that'll shift, that'll scare you, etch you, sketch you. Man, I woke up with so much energy. The only way I was able to get that energy out was to pour it out in articles, man, on a daily basis. I didn't know anyone was listening. And then here comes the doorbell. Ding dong. Hey, Stacy, we see what you're doing, and we want you on the show. These are some things that you don't prep for. I didn't write in my goal book that I wanted to be on Grant Cardone TV. I wanted to connect with him. I wanted to do an interview with him. It was the natural progression. It was the universe taking action of whatever I already set in motion. It was just the answer to the questions of me getting better. Because now being on Grant Cardone TV, guess what? I got to keep it up.
Yeah, you set the bar. You're not going to end up behind the bars. If
right.
you're gambling, you would have been there, John Leslie Brown.
Right.
But you know what? You attracted everything, because I get the same stories with people. Hey, you know what? Utam is connected. He's got all these people from USA. He knows Jarek Robbins. He knows Javon Langford, Preston Smart, Stacy A. Cross. How do you know these people? I got interviewed last week. They were asking me. I was like, dude, I don't go out looking for these guys. We find each other. When today I spoke to an NFL player. I'm like, yo, dude, because for sure, he's jumping on my show. And
damn.
Before I wouldn't even have the courage to even do that.
Right.
Going back on the motivational side, we're going to be running in shorter time. That not everybody is motivated like me and you, because we've been on this journey for a long while now. We know what we've gone through. We've gone up the dips, the slopes, the plateaus. We've done all that. What advice would you give to these guys who are getting up in the morning? I'm comfortable. I'm staying in my pajamas. I'm going to be having a duvet day today with Netflix.
Hey, listen, if that's what they want, go ahead. Okay, all day. That's what makes you happy. Go ahead all day. But as soon as you start complaining about where you've been and why you can't get and why you're not here and why this is happening to you, then that's where I come in. And then for those people, I have to say, we got to get back in control. And the first thing that I did to get in control is to provide my own self with a mission. Right? I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to stay motivated every day, how to run down the stairs, jump up out of bed. The only thing that got me there is, first of all, I cut off all the externals. I haven't had cable for a year and a half, ain't even missed it, right? So I cut off, I treated my environment to give me success. So I put affirmations up in my bathroom. Every time I took I don't want to say the explicit, but the affirmations were there. I had to get reminded, because my mind was coming off of 25 years of negativity, 25 years of average, 25 years of normal. So we're not just going to jump up and get the motivation all of a sudden one day. No, you have to start treating your environment and making it be a successful place to breed, to plant more seeds, to breed success. So the first thing I would say is shut that damn TV off. All right? Shut the TV, cancel the cable. You don't need it anymore. All that time you're going to put back in yourself. That's how you start getting control, is to put that time back in yourself. Then what do you do with that time? All right? So it's easy. You're going to read, okay? You're going to read books, and I have a list on my on my website. It's called thecomfortkillers.com/books. And it's my top 10 books that just moved me out of normalism into extraordinaryism. All right. So you're going to read books. You're going to start, you're going to say no more often than you say yes, right? Your friends are going to take you out to the casino. No. Your friends want to hang out. No. Your friends want to go to the bar and drink. Absolutely not. If you're going to start valuing time. Okay. And once you start valuing time and taking control back, then you have to build that mission. And the more people that mission holds, the more absurd and extraordinary and crazy and illogical and abnormal that mission is, you're going to jump up every day, and that's what gives you the motivation. But at the same time, you have to breed your space for success. You can't do it doing the same things that you already done. If you need to get up and go to the gym and get energy, go to bed with your sneaker on top of your goddamn head, so that when you turn around, the sneaker falls down and hits you in your face and reminds you that you need to go running. At the end of the day, it's hard work. I'm not here to say it's easy though, because I hate that. Oh, in 3 simple steps, you're going to get motivation. No, damn it, you're not. It takes work. It takes consistency. It takes action. It takes intent. And it takes having a purpose about you. Walk out like you're a millionaire already. Talk about like you're a millionaire already. Have some confidence about you. Even if you don't know what the hell you're talking about, be like, yo, I wonder if Billy is really serious. Yes, Billy is serious. Billy cut off his cable.
Yeah. Just, you hear that, guys? Cut off the cable. And I would like to add to that, cut off with your friends, because you know what? They're not your friends. They've taken you to this place. There's a reason. When you want to go up that mountain to get on top, they don't belong to the top of that mountain. You need to take a new set of baggage with you. Because when you get to the top, this is what Javon Langford told me. When you get to the top, don't think you're going to stay there. You're going to fall again. But people that you've taken up on top with you, who's got the same mindset, they've got the same vision, they've got the same whys, the same purpose, they will lift you up quicker. Back on course. And that's why I got somebody like Stacy on my corner. She's sitting in my corner. I can speed dial if I need to. I've got Siobhan. Well, not Stacy. She's always busy. She's really bad at getting back. But Siobhan is the one. So, Siobhan, I can hit up Siobhan at any time, and I know it's going in Stacy's ears. But it's not easy, guys. It's hard. Put your sneakers. Welcome, Siobhan. Look, Siobhan's there. How are you? Hello. From the art show.
Thank you.
See that you're a godsend.
Oh, thank you so much.
Mention your name, you pop in.
Huh? Oh yeah, I just got here.
Greatness.
Perfect timing. Thank you. You guys have fun, okay?
Thank you. So put that sneaker on top of your head. Put those affirmations. I had those affirmations everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
I've still got it. I've still got other affirmations now, because I don't care how my place looks. Because at the end of the day, some people are like, oh, what if my friends come? What if my family come? Listen, these people are not going to get you your success. You are. So put anything in your home. I've got my studio. You've got your studio going on. And we're growing. We're going places. And we are at places. Stacy was on a $26 million yacht the other day, guys. Come on. We're not talking nonsense. We're talking realness here. So, Stacy, how do people get hold of you? That's the $1 million question.
$1 million question. I'm going to break it down in 5s, 10s, 20s, and $100 bills. So for the 5s, you can hit me on Twitter, all the socials at Stacy A. Cross. There's no E in my name. If you put an E in my name, it's going to be an unknown error, because you're not going to get to the real Stacy A. Cross. So Stacy A. Cross on everything. And of course, I open my doors, and that's what the difference between my company and anyone else's company is, because you're actually growing with me. You're learning with me. You're failing with me. You know, so I love that. So that's why I give my email address, Stacy@thecomfortkillers.com on the email tip. Subscribe to our YouTube. We got new content out pretty much weekly, daily and weekly. The Comfort Killers on YouTube, and of course I write on Medium. Grant Cardone TV, The Comfort Killers Show, is at grantcardonetv.com/Comfort Killers. You know, I'm everywhere, so just Google me, Stacy A. Cross. If you see some old stuff, just delete it.
My little girl, who's 3 years old, or she's going to be 4 in 2 weeks, she's been saying it all day. Mummy's been telling her, oh, daddy's, well, Papa is going to be interviewing Stacy A. Cross without the E. And she's saying it now. She's only 4. And you see how it goes. Guys, listen, hook up with Stacy. She's as real as you can get. You know I don't bring fakeness to my show.
Nah.
You know I don't bring no stupidness to my show.
No.
She's real, and she's going to kick your butt if you're ready.
Punch on your face.
Don't bother searching that name.
Yes.
Stacy with the E. Please do. But if you are ready, search Stacy A. Cross without the E.
Without the E.
Stacy A. Cross, and she has no E in her name. Thank you for being smashing.
My pleasure.
For being real. Thank you
My
for
pleasure.
being you. And
yes.
welcome to the UK.
Woo! Now I just got to jump through the screen and be there, man. And you know the time is coming. I love you, Tom. Thank you so much for having me. I love the name of the show. Definitely straight from the heart today. And any one of your viewers and listeners, I'm out here. I'm in your corner. You're absolutely right. I'm the one, when the blood is on, I'm sprinkling that water. You know that thing that they did, you know, when they, yo, come on, let's go. We're there together. Let's do it. We're tag teaming. And this is what it's all about. And thank you for attracting me. Thank you for being attractive.
Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning into the Straight from the Heart show. And as always, I'm going to end the show. Live well with one another, because if we don't, what is the point? Have a great day wherever you are in the world. Love you guys.